Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 map tour video. In this video we'll have a look at the map Zielonka. Zielonka is part of the premium DLC that will be released by Giants at 14th of November. And I already got it to be able to show it to you. Thank you, Giants, for giving me the pack early. And now we will have a look at the map. So, and I've left this first impression image because I really like how it looks. It's such a nice and awesome bucolic view. And yeah, I think that makes a lot of desire to play on this map. And here we are on our farm. This is the starting farm as a new farmer. And here we have an old house. I would say first we'll have a look at the houses, then a short look at the vehicles we got, and then we go further. So here we have the farmhouse, and which is a little bit old, but someone put a lot of colorful flowers here. Yeah, and I like it. This old and rustic look of this house. And here we have a barn. Old-fashioned, and we can open it, and I'm not yet sure how high the vehicles can be to go in there, and it has a lot of posts, so yeah, if a tractor can go inside, I think I can only fit one tractor here. And everything else is more for specialists in narrow driving, not for me. And here we have a chicken coop with a small chicken house for the night. And then they are behind the house. And somehow I like the idea. This is a good compromise between free roaming chickens that are roaming around on the farm, but are always in danger when we drive there with our tractors, or chicken that have to stay in their fenced area. And this looks like they are roaming around freely. What they don't, they are limited to this area, but it looks more open. So I like it a lot. And it's a small chicken coop. We can have only 20 chicken. So we won't get rich with eggs with this chicken coop. But it has this nice rustic feeling, very bucolic and a little bit old-fashioned. And here we have the building is bigger than only the chicken coop. We can go inside here, but I don't know whether we can fit anything inside here. Maybe a big pack or so, but it's not very useful. But I like it. And there we have a very modern silo. It looks like, yeah, it has been fallen out of the time. Everything is so rustic and old, and this is shiny new. And yeah, but why not? Maybe the farmer or we spend our last money to buy this shiny new silo. And here there is a combine, and obviously we own this field. Later we'll have a look at it. Yeah, but it wouldn't stand there without us owning it. And there we have a pickup. This is more European style. And as it is a European map. And here we have a tractor. It's Fiat Agri. Nice and vintage. A more modern trailer. And another trailer here. So we have two trailers. And this is a Vida. And here we have some special equipment for carrots and such. This is a seeder for carrots and parsnips and red beet. So always when I say carrots in this video, I mean all the three. And here we have a harvester. And I'm planning on making a dedicated video about the about all the vehicles we got for this pack, and a dedicated one for all the placeables, the buildings in this pack. So in this video it's mainly about the map. Here we have disc harrow. And over there, over the hill, we have another tractor, a Zetor, which is, I think, from Czech Republic, and a normal sewing machine. And this field belongs to us as well. And as you can see, this area around our farm is slightly hilly. The whole map is, yeah, I would say soft rolling hills, and which I like a lot. This is my favorite shape to farm on, when it's not totally flat and not too steep, but soft rolling hills. I really like it. But the only disadvantage for this farm is it is too hilly to be built easy and cheap. So we can flatten this. Look, this area belongs to us as well. You can't really build on this because it's too hilly. And so you would need to flatten it in some way. And even if you know how to do it and are good at it, it would cost a lot of money. You could cheat the money and then you wouldn't have a problem. But if you wouldn't like to cheat the money or use mods for cost-free landscaping, then this is a really disadvantage of this farm. But there are other farms as well. I will show you. And so this is only the starting farm, and it has some advantages, this farm here. So let's jump into our pickup and drive around. So the main advantage of this farm is where it is. It's in the center of the map, and the dealership is just around the corner. Look, here is the dealership. So it's really no pain to go there or to drive there. When you buy a new vehicle, you're just around the corner. I count this as a big advantage. And then we'll stop over there and go here. This is a museums village with houses that were typical for this region. So, yeah, new buildings are not built like that, but old buildings were built like that, and I guess there will be some left over here and there. And look how beautiful it is. with all those paintings on the wall. And I must admit, this is such a good idea in my opinion. Because you couldn't make the whole village with those buildings. That would be too unrealistic. Farm Sim is a game for modern agriculture and not for medieval agriculture, and therefore a village with those houses wouldn't fit. Everybody would think, hey, this looks like in the medieval or centuries ago. But to make a museum village and to bring us a taste of how houses were built some centuries ago. Look how nice. This is such a good idea. And I really love it. This museum village is of no practical use for the game itself. But I love it. And I would really love it if they would do it with every map they do when they make a certain region, that they make an area where you get a taste of how this area has been a while ago. And so that we get acquainted with the area. Look here. It's so nice. And so this is somehow the first, yes, very good chance point for me on this map. Even if it is of no use for the gameplay itself. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to future maps. Oh, and look, they have new flowers here. Sadly, we can't paint them in the build menu. But later, in the next farm sim, when we build maps, we can make those flowers paintable as modders. So, and I think maybe it's a good time to have a look at the PDA map. So here is the center of the map. Here is our farm, and we own this field on top of the farm in the north, and that where we had the combine, and yeah, and this meadow area as well. And then maybe let's have a look at the prices of the fields. So when we want to buy this, for example, it's only 20,000 bucks. This is very affordable. And okay, the fields are small, but it's more affordable than usually with the Giants maps. And I think that represents the reality also, because I guess the land will be cheaper than, let's say, in Switzerland or so, where land is very expensive. And yeah, so we can buy quite a lot of fields rather easy. Here is a very tiny field, for example. It's just 7,000 bucks. And here the biggest field comes with a meadow area, and it's 147,000 bucks. This is really a good price. And with this field, you would get the biggest field, and you had some more area where you could cut down the trees and build your farm. So a very interesting area. And there are two more ready-made farms. One is down here, But this is a little bit more expensive. This is 214,000 bucks because you get the houses that are built on this. And if you would sell the houses, then the land would be much cheaper. You can sell the houses. And then there is another farm that is ready-made. This is 238,000 bucks. And so if you play as farm manager or start from scratch, then you could buy those. And you have a farm with farm building and all the amenities like the starting farm. And here the land for the starting farm is very cheap. It costs only 38,000. Why? I asked myself why. And then I found out the answer, because when you play as farm manager, this land is empty. So the farm is empty, no farm buildings, like it is normal in official maps. Always when you play as farm manager, you don't have any farm buildings there. But here, on the other farms, the farm buildings stay even as farm manager. So I think this is very interesting. And the overall map is here in the center, the farm, one in the south, one in the north. Then at the left side in the west you have the village. This is more or less a road village, so along the road and with some areas where houses are not directly at the road, but most of them are directly at the road, which is very realistic, and not only for this area where Zielonka is located. So Zielonka is a Polish name, but the area should consist the whole area, not only Poland. So Poland and Czech Republic and other areas in this great area, so to say. And they call it Central Europe now, but that doesn't mean it's the old Central Europe, what was Germany, but it's the new Central Europe, what is more the eastern part of Central Europe. Yeah, and then you have those typical very narrow fields, narrow and long fields, quite a lot of them. And if you so wish, you can combine them to make a bigger field. But we have some more square-like fields as well here in this central area. And at the eastern part we have a forest and a swamp, and you can't do anything with the swamp, but you can cut down trees in the forest. And yeah, the selling stations are scattered around the map. Let's just have a look at them from here, and then we go to the village and see them from yeah, not in reality, but in-game. So here we have the big grain mill, and there is a biomass heating plant, a dairy as a selling station, a farmer's market. Then here is a spinnery as a selling station, not as a production. Then there is a piano manufacturer. It counts as a selling station, but you can produce pianos and sell them. So, but it counts as a selling station. And a supermarket, which is just a normal selling station. And here we have the animal dealer, where you can sell your grass and silage and such. Those are productions. And here is another selling station, the Grain Pool East. And then we have some new productions and some normal productions. Here we have the soup factory, and you can make soup out of the new vegetables, the carrots, parsnips and red beets, and potato soup as well. And here is the bakery, a new building, but a normal bakery. And we have a carpentry. And here is the preserved food factory. You can make canned carrots and such. And there is a sawmill. And here we have another new one, the potato processing plant, and you can make potato chips. So finally we got a production for potatoes, which is very good and interesting and really needed. So now let's go to the village. Here you can see those old, simple buildings, and I really like them. And I heard from people that are living in Poland, oh, it looked like that 30 years ago. Now it doesn't look like that anymore. And other people from Poland said, oh, this looks exactly like it looks where I live. So I guess there are some regions where the people maybe earned more money and they were able to build more modern buildings, and then it doesn't look like that anymore. And there are other regions where people stayed with their old wooden, simple, small buildings, then it still looks exactly like that. That's what I heard from people living there. I have never been in Poland myself. And here we have this wonderful church. There we have a park and a playground with new types of playground assets. And we ignore those this car crash. And here there are those Plattenbauten, those apartment buildings that are very, very typical for the eastern part of Central Europe, but we have them in Germany as well. Usually they look a little bit different, but we have quite a lot of this type of buildings where, let's say, 8 apartments are in one building or even more. So we have areas where we have very high buildings with 40 apartments in one building, and we have areas with that look mainly more like that with a roof, and sometimes like that as well. So this is not only typical for the eastern part of Central Europe, but they have a certain special look and feel. So you wouldn't see a house that looks exactly like that in Germany, but the same size. We have a lot. So, and there is the soup factory, and further behind is the dairy selling station. Yeah, it's just a factory and you can produce soup there with your carrots. And there is the, let's just go, there is the farmer's market behind there. And I guess you know this building. It's on nearly every map, and it's very useful because you can sell your products there. And so let's find the way to the behind the village area. It's here. And sorry for my driving. I concentrate on looking and telling you what to see, and therefore the driving is very, very bad. And with a tractor it would be a little bit better, but it would be too slow. And therefore I chose this pickup. So here we are behind the village. And here we have a soccer place. And this is quite special, because you can play soccer. There is the entrance. This is a new function. So I open the help menu. And so this is not football, but soccer. And here you have the ball, and if you just go there, it's already pushed. So we never had this before with balls. You can just play with running there. Like in reality, you go there and push the ball a little bit. And then you have the possibility to... Oh, no, not too close. To shoot with the right mouse click. Look! Look! And is it good enough? No, not yet. So I have to go a little bit further. And then maybe I try the left mouse click. Yes! And here, this counts. So I made a goal and it counts. And when you go there, you can reset everything and play new. And for me, as a single player, this is more funny. And it's really nice how it works when you just go there and the ball is already moving. But I can guess when you play on this map as a multiplayer with a lot of people, you can really play soccer there. Is my imagination. And this is awesome. So you have a mini game inside the farming sim, and I can already imagine a lot of multiplayer playing this soccer game and enjoying it and doing it in live streams, and I see a lot of fun with this. Not so much for single players, but for everybody who plays with friends. So, now let's go and let's have a look at those fields here in the back of the map. And here we can see them. Those are the very cheap fields. And I already heard people saying, okay, they are awesome to plow them together, and then we have a rather big field. And as you can see, those fields all belong theoretically to those buildings. So there's always one house, a building, and then behind there is the field, and that's how it is in reality. And I really like it. Oh, and what I didn't show you until now is those new colors. Those are from the new crop types. The red beet has this magenta like color, this one. And the carrots are orange, obviously. Here, field 57 is a carrot field. And the parsnips, here we have quite a lot of parsnips. They are more those beige colors. So the colors on the map resemble the colors of the roots of the crop we have. And here I wanted to show you, here we have a dirt road, and you couldn't plow this together because this is an object, this special shaped part of this dirt road. You couldn't plow this, but here they didn't do this because only then you can plow it together. So this dirt road is just painted, and therefore you can go there with the plow and combine the fields. And I think this is one of the parsnip fields. It's harvested. Okay, those are the leftovers. Yeah, and I find it very thoughtful that they didn't make their object-like field dirt roads everywhere, but only where it doesn't disturb. Here where I'm standing, I don't want to plow it anyhow. But between the fields, it's very important to be able to put them together. So now let's go here and have a look at the northern part of the village. So, a car. Oops. Sorry. Okay. And here we have a fire station, and you can't buy it and you can't open the door, but you could put your, if you play with the new emergency pack, then you can just put your fire car there and imagine that this is your fire station, and in the night you put your fire cars inside, and so you can imagine it. And yeah, I think it's really nice that it is there, so you have a place if you want to role play the emergency pack. So, and there is something like a clinic or a doctor's office. And here is the piano factory. And there is a supermarket, and let's have a look at it. Look how nice they did it. So it's a tiny supermarket, a very tiny old-fashioned village supermarket with just a few products, but it's not an empty building, and it doesn't have this fake insides, just like wallpaper, but it is furnished. You can see products. It's very simple, the style, I think, to keep the performance good. And I really like it, how they did it. And I hope they are going more in this direction. It would be perfect if you could go inside and really role play the shopping process. But I prefer this over how they did it before. So it's a good step on the road forward, I would say. And I like this supermarket. And if you go there, here you can go and then have a look. There is a golden apple. And if I press R, I get 5,000 bucks, and they say collectibles. The decorative golden apples have been removed from the 2 trees on the local park's lake island. Can you find all 50 apples and restore the trees to their former glory? You found a golden apple, just 49 more to go. And I won't show you all the 49 places, and I didn't found them yet, but I wanted to show you one place as an example what you can find, what to expect as a collectible on this map. And I like those golden apples. And here in this garden they have a trampoline. They have quite a lot of new assets that I really like, and where I'm looking forward to the next farm sim when we modders can use those assets finally. Because right now we can't use them, they are encrypted, but this map will be part of the next farm sim. I hope so. That would be the normal way. And here is a kiosk, no selling station, but a small kiosk. And yeah, there are a lot of wonderful treasures for modders inside this map. Here is another of those apartment houses. And there at the left side is the carpenter, and here we come to the canned food factory, where you can produce canned food out of your vegetables. And there we come to a very nice area of the map. Here is the one of the other 2 farms, the northern farm, and it has a very nice farm building. It seems to be richer, this farm building, than on the main farm, and yeah, with bricks. And then beside this, and if you buy the lot, you own this. There is a flat area for you to make your farm bigger. Awesome. Thank you, Giants, for doing this. And at the other secondary farm, there are flat areas as well. So those are good for building farms if you want to build a bigger farm. And here we come to this beautiful windmill and to the building with the stork's nest. And here you can see the stork sitting there. Look. Oops, no. Have to stay a little bit further. Here it is, and it is moving, and sometimes you see them flying around on the map. Yeah, this little area is of no practical use, but like the museum village, it's one of my favorite places on this map. So, I would say let's fly a little bit around to get the rest of the map in an easy way. So, and to get an overview, there is another lake. There are quite some lakes on this map. And here you can see the fields. Those are more squarish and those are more long, like the typical fields. And here is the train and the foresting area. There are quite a lot of oaks. Oh, there are several very nice new trees on this map. and I'm really happy about this. I think I'll make a dedicated video about the new trees. And there are a lot of fences also. Also a good reason to make a dedicated video about this. Here are some little buildings inside the forest scattered, and there is the swamp area and the end of the map. Here we can't go. And there we come to the swamp itself where you can go, and we have a tower to climb. Yeah, and now let's go even higher to have a look at the surroundings. And I would guess the Giants map makers have been inspired by Oxygen David. Because Oxygen David is such an artist with the background surroundings of a map. He does them very, very nice. But this is very nice too, and I think they improved it. In Erlengrad the background looked very nice, but the border region was much too abrupt. That was not nice at all. But this here is really improved, and I like it more than Oberon or Elmkrieg. It's a very nice improvement of the background areas. So let's go a little bit further down, like so maybe, and here we see the potato chips factory and the selling station for grains, the grain mill, and as you can see, several lakes. And there is the third farm. And I like this as well. Yeah, and another lake and a wonderful area that is rather flat. So I have to show you on the map, because this is an interesting area for farm building. So you can buy this whole area for 201,000. This is one of the more expensive areas of the map. But you get a field here and this whole area. Only not the lake, but everything else. And you could have a farm here, and then this field, and then grassland over there for your mowing grass for your cows or whatsoever. Or you could even build two farms, one there and one there. So this is a very, very interesting farmland if you want to create your own farm from scratch. Yeah. So, and here we have a very nice overview. And now, yeah, I'll tell you what I think about this map. If you don't know yet, I guess you would have heard what I think about this map. I really, really like this map. And from the visiting the map, not playing on it, I would say this is my favorite map that is made by Giants so far. And so I'm very, very happy for the future, because I think they improved a lot with the map building, and therefore I hope future maps will be even better. But this is, yeah, I really, really like it. And I like it more than Elm Creek because it doesn't have this terrible highway in the center of the map. And I like it more than Oberon. Somehow Oberon is nice, but it didn't give me this, oh yes, I want to play on this map feeling. And I like it much more than Erlengrad, because on Erlengrad, as much as I like the Alps, there are a lot of things that I don't like at all with Erlengrad. I like it more than Felsbrunn, because even if I liked Felsbrunn a lot, I didn't like this high mountain in the center that was blocking the main farm from the sunlight and from the view. And so therefore, yeah, so far this is my favorite maps that was done by Giants. And thank you, Giants, for making this very nice map. And I have a lot of ideas where and how I want to play on this map. So it's not only, okay, on this map I play like that, but more like, oh, where should I start with my first Let's Play on this map? And therefore I'm really delighted. Yeah, and I think for players in general, this map is good if you like to play with small machinery on small or medium-sized fields, and if you like an old-fashioned touch and not so big, new, shiny industrial, but more old, shiny, bucolic, oh, not shiny, bucolic, vintage, and so. Or it would be interesting if you think, okay, I have this vintage, old-fashioned area and I want to transform it completely. I make big fields out of it and I go there with my big machinery. That could be a really interesting playing possibility too. There are quite a lot of areas that you can transform to rather big fields, and therefore, yes, why not? Okay, and now it's your turn. Tell me, what do you think about this map? Do you want to play on that? Do you even buy this pack or have it bought already with a season pass maybe? And are you looking forward to play on this map? And in what style would you play on this map? This is really interesting for me to know what you think about this map. And if you want to buy it and haven't yet, below this video you'll find a link in the description below with my partner link, and then you could make me happy. Yeah, and maybe you want to know what I'm planning with this map and with the premium pack. Right now I'm recording a lot of videos just on this weekend, because next week I go to Agritechnica and then I can't record videos, and therefore I have to pre-produce really fast, and I can't do everything that I want to do with this map and pack. But in the, not in the long run, but more so like parts of it already for the next week, and then after this a little bit more slowly I'm planning on making videos about all the buildings, the fences, the trees, the vehicles, and maybe a dedicated video about the question, where is the best place to build your farm? And then I'm planning a small let's play, and the length of this let's play depends on how you like it. So if you really like it when I play on this map, I make it longer, and if not, it's only a short let's play. Okay, so I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.